SwimOutlet.com delivers the best online shopping experience. With an extensive selection and the lowest prices, you're guaranteed to find the product you need. Here's what you get. Free shipping on all orders over $49. Free 1 to 2 day shipping on all orders over $99. All orders placed by 6 p.m. ship out the same day. Shop at SwimOutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Wednesday, August 29th, 2012. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. The University of the Incarnate Word has enjoyed great success in swimming and diving at the Division I level in the NCAA, but this will be their last season in Division II as the Cardinals are set to make their transition to Division I. Joining us today in the Finis Monitor to discuss this transition is swimming head coach Phillip Davis, who joins us from San Antonio. Coach, good to see you. How are you doing today?
Doing great, doing great. It's a beautiful, warm, hot day in San Antonio.
Yes, having lived in Texas for 5 years, I don't miss those August days.
Absolutely. It's good to be a swim coach.
Yeah, I'm sure. So tell us about this transition that the school is going to be doing from Division II to Division I. Tell us how it started and what it actually is going to entail.
Well, since I took the job in June 2006, I've been so impressed with our president's vision of the school and where he's taking the programs through athletics and with the academic side of campus. Very aggressive, and coming from small town Arkansas, it's been a real treat to see how fast things can move in a big city. So for me, I guess it really has been in process for a while. Incarnate Word has always researched, I guess, the feasibility of going Division I or Division III or whatever the most profitable thing for the university would be, and its alumni and its current students in the future. So I think the process has been going on a long time. Our president is, when I took the job in 2006, we were at right around 5,400 students total. Today we're over 9,400. So growth has been incredible. The success of our swimming and diving program is a testament that this is a great place to be at school. It's certainly not because I've got it all figured out in the coaching world and I'm making these, I think that's it. I've had a lot of support. This is a great place to go to school. The town's awesome. And we've just taken advantage of what we have from a swimming and diving standpoint. And now, based on the strength of the school financially and the population, we're taking the next step forward to get the Incarnate Word brand out there and just be well represented across the country on the highest level.
So when you move to Division I, is it pretty much because the number of students in the university has grown? What is the criteria for that move?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. I haven't discussed it a whole lot with Dr. Agnesi, but I would probably feel pretty strong that if there's something better out there, we want to be a part of it. And there's the assumption that Division I is better, and we feel strongly that Incarnate Word is as good as any system out there, and we want to be a part of the best. And I think Dr. Agnesi has made it clear that we're going to do everything we can to compete on the highest level in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, whatever it is. And I think that's incredibly inspiring from a school coming from a very humble background to be even in the discussion of going to Division I and get an invitation from a Division I conference that's respected like the Southland. We're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, you're going to be rubbing shoulders with the big boys now. You probably even have to start thinking about scheduling dual meets with the University of Texas up the road.
You know what? I love it. In fact, scheduling should get easier for us. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm one of these coaches that anybody that knows me personally knows that I'm extremely competitive. I mean, I would trip my mom if she was the winning run. You know what I'm saying? So, having said that, winning dual meets against Texas or TCU, SMU, some of the great schools out there is not a big priority for me professionally. What I've tried to do is get our kids ready to compete on the highest level at that time of year. And I know our sport's a little different. We've got to qualify for nationals. Winning the conference championship doesn't mean we go to NCAA. So since I've been here, we've focused our season on the big meet. And we've probably lost some meets because we haven't, we've trained right through the dual meets. Now, to me, nothing really changes. The teams we swim against, the Texas, the Auburn, the USC, the Arizona, the Wisconsin, A&M, we swim against all those guys now. Just in the past, we get to go to Division II Nationals. Now we're going to have to swim those guys, and we're going to have to find a way to beat them, and that's going to take some doing. We not only storied programs, but very storied coaches. The state of Texas is very strong in swimming. You look at what Coach Boltman did at A&M this year, putting 2 girls, in medal contention, in the Olympics. That's awesome. That's just one school, one women's team in this state of what we're doing. And so recruiting, it's going to be a battle. But I'm excited. If anybody that's coached Division II knows that we battle Division I up and down for these kids that can really be big players in Division II, but they're also very solid Division I swimmers that are offered money, and we have to beat them out. And I don't know if it's going to be better, for me recruiting and getting these kids, but we're certainly going to go after them.
Well, let's talk about recruiting, because the way I understand it, you're not going to be an official Division I school, I believe, until 2017. You have to go through that transition process, which I understand includes a year where you won't even be able to compete in any kind of championship. So what are you going to start telling these students who will be starting to express an interest in coming to Incarnate Word, and knowing the fact that, let's say next year's freshmen, when they're seniors, won't even have a championship meet, but could still obviously be a part of trying to grow the name of Incarnate Word?
For me, I love a challenge. When I took this job, we only had 3 women on the team, so it's been an extremely huge challenge to get to where we're at. Just when we get to where I'm excited, we're moving up the next level. Okay, well, how do we do that? The same way we got to here. We're going to work hard. We're going to outwork the people that have had it pretty good so far, and we're going to take the kids that we get and we're going to develop them. From my understanding of us going Division I is this year we're in the process, but we're still Division II. The end of July, I think next year we become Division I, and we will be competing as Division I. I'm recruiting currently under Division I rules in regards to eligibility. It's a little bit different, but bottom line is we will have 4 years after this one where we cannot qualify for NCAAs. So what I'm going to have to do is make it very special to be on this team. Set the standard of look, some of these other big schools have had people do what you do. You'll be the first to do it here. If you swim for, Texas or USC or Stanford or Cal, those guys, it's only news if you lose. For us, making an impact is going to be exciting. You'll be the first to do it here. And that same mentality of, this state of Texas is strong in swimming and every other sport. We expect to represent the state of Texas on a very high level.
Well, talking about successes you've had, see that trophy behind you there signifying the 4th place that your men got at the NCAAs this past March. That's a big step up. Just a few years ago, the guys were barely in the top 10. Obviously you're doing something right, and I would imagine you're just wanting to continue that wave of success for the next 4 years.
It's everybody that coaches knows what goes into building a program. It's not a 9-to-5 job. It's 24 hours a day, and I wish I knew what to say. I've just been, God has blessed me with a lot of success and a lot of things that kids enjoy swimming for me. They want to give all they can to be better. We focus on, if you want to make the team better, make yourself better, and it's a total commitment. I'm a big believer that on this level, you have to develop talent. You have to get better every day. Our sport, every single little thing matters. Everything. Football's a game of inches. We're a game of hundredths of a second, and it matters the one-handed turns you do in practice. And we've got our kids to believe in that, and if we can continue that same mentality, then I think we're going to be successful. We've we've got a lot of good resources here. You know, my challenge as a coach is to recruit on more of an international level, in the sense of we need to prepare kids for long course swimming in the summer, senior nationals. Those will be big meets for us, especially these first 4 years that we're not able to go to the NCAAs. That's just one meet. We can still go to a lot of other meets, and we're going to do that.
Well, this is your last season in Division II, as I said. I imagine you want to upgrade that trophy from 4th to 1st and go out with a bang, I'm sure.
Absolutely. You know, we have one goal here, and that's win an NCAA national title every single year on the men and the women. There's you know, our approach this year is basically, if there's 10 teams out there that have the same exact talent level, how do we get over the top and beat those other teams? You know, what do we do different? What separates us? What makes us Incarnate Word? And we've got some great senior leadership. I've got a lot of time for these kids. They've dealt with me, you know, for 4 years, and so that does take some patience for sure. But you know, we definitely want to win. I mean, there's no doubt about it, and I feel very confident that we have the potential to do that. But we've got to do things right for 144 days till we get to March, and then once we get there, we have to seize the moment. You know, I feel like we have definitely been successful, but we haven't had a lot of time in the fire to grind things out. And I think we've gotten that under our belt now. Now it's time to go win.
And tell us about a few of those swimmers that we should be watching out for in March.
You know, you know, on the women, we've got some people that I believe will surprise. We've got the bell cow, that, you know, Tamiris Nascimento from Brazil. She's been just steady as can be, especially for sprinters. You know, they're up and down sometimes, but Tamiris has made an impact from day one since she got on campus. She works very hard. She's very approachable and loves swimming, and she is going to be tough to beat. She's been second in the 100 free twice and won it 2 years ago. She's outstanding. She's going to be a senior, and she's going to lead the way. Obviously, our relays go where Tamiris goes, and she'll be a good one. Some people that you know you may not think about is we've got a returner, a sophomore, Caitlin Whalen. Caitlin had you know, she come from a long ways away, a little homesick last year. You know, really liked that cafeteria. Had some struggles there, but she has since got a hold of everything. She's the kind of girl that needs a lot of volume, and we learned that last year. She looks great right now. We're expecting big things of her. She competed well at Olympic trials in the 200-meter fly this summer, so that was great. So got a lot of confidence and a lot of maturity coming in with that. Another outstanding redshirt freshman is Michaela Felchak. Michaela, I think, is probably our most gifted, naturally talented swimmer on the whole team, guys or girls. She just really has a natural feel for the water. And she's coming off shoulder surgery. She had some kind of past shoulder issue, and it kind of came to a head last October. Started out great. We were able to get a medical red shirt, and she's been swimming about 2 months now, so we're slowly bringing her along. You know, we've got some great freshman girls. I'm excited to get in the water and see how they develop. And we're bringing back a lot of really good swimmers. I mean, Adrienne Morrow had an outstanding freshman year, going from 107 to 104 flat and 100 breast. She was just, anything we asked her to do, she did it. So I was really proud of her. And but we're going to need some people to step up in that fly. We lose a great senior in Joy Turner, you know, developed from 59 to 55 over 4 years in the 100 fly. Huge on relays and good leadership. She's going to be tough to replace. And so we're going to have either freshman Lauren Peterson from Arizona step up in that fly role, or possibly Megan Murata, a junior and All-American. Her brother was third in the 100 fly a couple years ago for us. She's got the talent. We just need her to have the fire to do it. Very excited about a sophomore transfer diver we have. She's originally from San Antonio, Callie Lentz. She's outstanding. We're expecting her to contend for the title on both boards. So very thrilled about that. Sorry, talked a lot, but on the men there, it's still more of the same. We feel very excited about our strong senior class. of Mark Rubin. He's an outstanding and a great swimmer. The kid has a 3.97 GPA in biology. He's a Capital One All-American. He's, I think, maybe 13 event All-American. The kid's perseverance is the key word for him. You know, he was the first alternate 2 years ago when we went to the CAP system in Division II. And that was a tough thing for him to deal with. To be a finalist in 4 events the year before and then not make it the next is really hard. But he came back last year and finished second in the 1,000, top 8, and the 500 and the mile, and outstanding. So very expecting big things out of him. Thiago Pervincini set the national record twice in 200 breasts. Was just outtouched by a huge guy in Grand Canyon out there in Arizona. They go at it pretty hard, and but they both were like a second half under the old national record in the 2 breasts, 156.15, I think, and. He's going to have a great senior year. Very strong. Been training well all summer. Conrado Shedge is another kid from Brazil. He's as a freshman won the 500. Was a top 8 guy sophomore year, and last year really had a bad meet. As with most swim teams, it's the cold and flu season. We had about 6 kids get sick. He was one of them last year. So to be 4th place by 1 point from 3rd with guys like Conrado not scoring a point, former national champ. We feel pretty good about our chances if we stay healthy, you know, scoring a lot of points this year.
Yeah, that definitely says a lot about what you got, what the potential you have for this last year. I mean, if I asked you for a few swimmers, you had to basically name your whole roster, so that definitely says a lot about what you think of your team, Coach. Thanks so much for joining us, and we're looking forward to seeing how Incarnate Word does in this transition period.
You got it. Thanks.
All right, so that's Coach Phillip Davis joining us in the Phoenix Monitor today to talk about all of his swimmers on the University Incarnate Word swim team. And that's going to do it for today's Morning Swim Show. I'm Jeff Cummings. Thanks for watching.